Happy birthday, Dana.
Thank you.
Thanks. I feel bad. I just came to watch. Because I wasn't invited, so I said I better not go up. But,
you're always walking around.
So, your story's inspired me. It's funny. No, to legitimize that I'm okay. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of legitimize, these guys legitimize the ukulele for me. I hate the ukulele because you guys really played it, but where I go, where I perform, it's like we call it, or I call it, the last desperate measure to get successful. It's like the Fender of Williamsburg. You know, they play all three strings one at a time, and they sing some lyric that they've said, oh, if we play one string one at a time, we can get our sneaky little lyric, our cute little lyric in, where it'll say something that rhymes, then they get to trash somebody. It's like I lived in a house, you know, it'd be like plump, plump, plump. I live in a house, the wood is thick. I look at you and I feel sick. Get it? You know what I mean? And they'll have like a paper fish and a pipe cleaner with the fish sticking out of the ukulele. No, you guys were singing and playing, you know. I was like, oh, I didn't realize ukulele was actually a musical instrument. I mean, that's me, like, not being an asshole in an asshole way. But, I'm telling you, I actually like we don't care if you like it. But anyway, so you see these guys go up with ukuleles that come in from Williamsburg with like the ironic haircuts, you know. Okay, you're trying to look like your parents don't give you any money. Okay, I'll buy it for an hour, you know. And they're like, and they wear like Reebok, impossible is nothing. Like what is that slogan anyway? Impossible, the ironic athlete. We run backwards. And then they'll go and they have ukuleles and they have 1,000 postcards ready for their show. So they're like, the wood was thick and you make me sick. Come to my show. Come to my show. Come to my show. Right? For real. And so I would say, why don't you just buy a kazoo and suck dick? You know what I mean? For real, it's so desperate. It's like, just play the kazoo and say, I'll blow you, give me a job. You know what I mean? And I don't mean gay. I don't give somebody's gay. Believe me, I would be gay. Cock tastes like cauliflower. I hate cauliflower. But no, for real. But anyway, so you guys made it like, I'm like, oh, I get it. It is a musical instrument. It's my long Jewish way of having to be aggressive and being right and wrong at the same time. So it's funny, your stories reminded me about microdot acid and coke. I was like a nice little, scared little Jewish. I mean, I grew up a dermatologist's son from New Jersey. You know what I mean? That was it. And I started to get, the more I drank and drug, the more I loved the mobster guys and all that. So I met this girl. She was Miss Teen Texas at the time, and I was like some fallen yuppie guy. And so I had to get a job, and she didn't want me to work because we were doing drugs, we were partying, we were having a great time. She's like, why do you have to work? I was like, we got to have money to do drugs. So she comes home with a surprise. This is a true story. Comes home with a surprise, this switchblade that she got at St. Mark's place. And I'm like, well, what is this for, you know? And to mug people. She's going to show me how to mug someone, which I found out was very addictive. But the minute I thought about doing a crime, all I thought about was my mug. And I see her face and go, oh my God. Plus I'm neurotic, so I would actually fart. I'm telling the truth. I'd be like, oh, it's true. So anyway, we go to mug somebody. It's like 3 hours. I'm in the doorway. She's like, hit him. I'm like, no, his shoes. He looks like he's poor. You know, hit him. I go, no, there's like gray lining from his suit. All I saw was my mother's face. Every now and then, I literally could not mug. And so finally, she goes, here, take this. She gives me a bladder acid, right? And I had never taken acid because I was into ups. I didn't want to like say, oh, look at the flower going out of his ear. I wanted to like, look at me, I'll kill you. There, now I feel good, you know. And so she gives me about a half hour. She's like, do it to somebody. So all of a sudden, I see this guy and I just come out and I go, stick him up. And I hear the guy go, what? I'm like, stick him up. And I hear him go, no. And I'm looking, I realize he hits me and she goes, he's across the street, you asshole. I was tripping, so I thought he was right here. So I'm like, stick him up. And all of a sudden I see the light, I'm standing like this, and I see the blade going like that. I see a little monkey hanging. I'm like, oh, look at the monkey. She's like, mug somebody. I'm like, whoa. That was my first time. Was like, she goes, I can't give you acid to mug somebody. I literally was having a good time holding this thing that was curvy. So, anyway, she gave me blow so the first time I mugged somebody, she said, we'll do Japanese men, because they go to these piano bars and they always have cash, and the girls that work in those places, they pay, you know, she hated them because she worked in those places. So it legitimized it. And my mind was like, okay, Pearl Harbor, fine, good, I'm getting even on it. So, I jump out, and I didn't know how to do this. I see my mother's face, I'm like, diarrhea kind of, and I jump out and I go, stick him up, like that. And the guy runs. She goes, stick him up? It's not a gun. Oh. So she goes, I said, what am I supposed to do? So she says, just come up behind the guy and ask him what time it is. And then grab his tie and go, just don't give me your money. So, but that doesn't sound like it would work. And anyway, I'll do whatever she says. She was this little blondie, Mrs. from Texas, from a neurotic Jewish guy who used to go with girls with thick mustaches. No, okay. So anyway, so I go like this. I walk up behind a guy and, oh no. She goes, him. This guy, you see him coming. And I jump out and I go, what time is it? And the guy goes, oh, it's 2 a.m. And he runs away. I'm like, okay, thanks. I fucked up. I want to go home. And then I fuck. It's like, you are such a loser. You can't even mug anybody. So I mean, but then eventually I got good at it, unfortunately. But no, you remind me. And the after hours was so funny because we used to kick open the bathroom doors of the world. But a friend of mine, back then, they didn't care if you had guns on you. They didn't check. And so my friend had guns, so we would put a gun in and we'd pretend we were cops. And we'd kick the door open, everybody's through it. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, right? 5-0, move. And they'd move and we'd get out. 5-0, move. So funny, Coke. I used to think my brothers would do like a little bit, but I was like, what are we gonna do? Ration it out? I used to say, like, why do you nurse a drink? It doesn't look sick. Drink the fuck, you know. So we do blow, and I laid out, and my brother said, you always look like. I always thought I was being slick. I always thought I was like, hey, how's it going? But Rick always said, you look like this. I literally thought I was going high, but the girls were like, I'm like, why was she looking at me funny? He's like, because you're like this. That's what I would do. So I imagine, what if now I'm 50 and was doing blow at a club with my brain and my damages and whatever, and neurosis. It's one thing when you're a young guy to say, hey, blow. But when you're neurotic and unhappy about your life, and it's a long time of that, can you imagine going, to feel better? I'd probably be like this. You want to dance? You ever wish you were dead? That's how I'd be. I'd just be some guy in the corner freaking out like, I literally tried to picture what it takes, because when I think maybe it'll be like it was, you know, I'll go out, I'll hit the gym, I'll do some blow, and go, hey, you want to dance? But I'll be like the guy walking around going, I can still move a finger, I need some more blow. I'm not dead on the right side of my body yet. But I think about sometimes when I think about this new life I'm living, this reality-based life.
Scary.
Yeah, my ex, I live with my ex, and she's finally on medication. She's a Russian girl. They should put Russia on Prozac. That would like solve 90% of Eastern Europeans. She's probably on Prozac. So she's like, I'm like every other American girl. I'm in therapy, I blame my parents, and I take a drug. So, but she's on, and now they added something. And now she's real barren. I'm like, good, they got rid of her personality, just filled her with side effects. Right? Like, cotton mouth means what? You want to make out or you're thirsty? What? You know? Yes, you're smiling, and you're having an anxiety attack. That means it's time to cuddle and watch a movie together, right? You know? Before it was like, why do I want to watch a movie? We're going to die in the morning anyway. Now she's like, when you took a Prozac, did it make you crazy? I'm like, yeah, it did. You're American now. You know what Americans they always compare. Well, you're from Wellbutrin. Hi, my name's Rob. You know? And they're like, yeah, well, it didn't work for you. No, it made me irritable. Okay, I'm going to call my doctor right now. Wait. So she's like, is it okay to call the doctor at 3 in the morning? Is it about your medication? Yes. I said, yeah, they love it. So, like, what is bipolar? All my friends know that I'm on medication, say I'm bipolar, but before they didn't. No, before you were just a bitch, but now you have medication that splits your mood up. Now you're bipolar. You're good. Bipolar's American. It means I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I hate life, I love life. It means you're like, gotta leave the house. That's bipolar. You're just depressed, you can't leave. But it's like, a friend of mine, I had a girlfriend look at me, she looked at me, she goes, my boyfriend's bipolar, and I'm loving every other minute of it. Like, I want to die. You want to fuck? I want to die. You want to fuck? So I guess that's it. But I just love you, Dan. You've given a lot. And you deal with me, which is wonderful. Best of what? I'm a zero. If you're better than me, you're the best. If you're worse,